Hi everyone, welcome back to Uplaj. This is Prithviraj. I'm a technical trainer with Uplaj. In this session, we will discuss about events module in Node.js. So before proceeding with events module, let's understand the need of events. What is an event? Basically, for event-driven applications, Node.js is perfect choice. Now we'll see what is an event. Every action on a computer is called as an event. Like whenever we open a connection with the database or whenever a file is opened, an event will be fired. That is called as an event. So example, I am opening a connection with the database. That is called one event. I am opening a connection with a file. That is called one event. Nothing but an action. So example, I am performing close operation with respect to database or file. So I'm going to perform one action. So we call it as an event. Basically, the objects in Node.js can fire events. Example, if you consider read stream object from FS module, it will fire some events whenever we are trying to open a file or whenever we are trying to close a file. So that is, these events will be fired by read stream object of FS module. So let me explain this scenario with an example. So here, head back to node1.js. I'm going to import a module called as fs module. So I'm storing that inside a variable fs. Moreover, on this we are going to call a method called read stream, which is going to perform read operation. So fs dot, one second, the method is create read stream. The requirement in this example is I want to read the file called as demo.txt from this node1.js application. So let me create one stream called as read stream. I want to open the file called as demo.txt. Now we are going to fire the event. So it is going to fire the event. So fs dot on. So here it is going to return a read stream object. I am storing inside a variable rs. So on this we are going to call a method called on and specify the event name. Here the event name is open. So whenever that open event is fired, I want to log console.log of file is opened. That's it. Save this. Open command prompt node space node 1 and you can see that event is fired successfully, the open event. That's the reason we got the callback function executed. In that the logic is file is opened. So now we will close the file rs dot close. So I'm calling the close function. Once the file is closed, close event will be fired. Now let me write the event called as close event, which will be raised whenever we try to close the file. As a part of that event firing, I'm also going to execute the log callback function, that is file is closed. That's it. So we should get this callback function executed whenever that close event is fired. Save this node space node1.js. One second. Let me close this. JavaScript node space node 1. and you can see file is opened for open event and file is closed for close event. So these are the two events that are raised on read stream object. Similarly, Node.js allows us to perform different types of operations with respect to events module. Node.js has built-in module called as events module. Through this events module, we can create our own event, we can find our own event, and we can start listening to our own events. So we can create, fire, and listen to our own events using events module. So to include this built-in events module, we need to use a require method. We know the purpose of require method. Basically, we use require method either to include built-in modules or to include user-defined modules. Moreover, in addition to all event properties and methods, these are instances of event emitter object. Whatever the properties and methods of events, these are basically the objects of event emitter object, or they are instances. In order to access these properties and methods, we need to create an event emitter object. Step number one, first of all, we need to include events module. Step number two, we need to create an event emitter object. Once we get event emitter object, we can start emitting our own events, and we can start firing our own events, and we can start listening to our own events. So let me explain about event emitter object. We can assign event handlers to our own events using event emitter object. If we want to fire an event, we should use a method called emit method on event emitter object. So let me show you all these things in the form of an example. So here, let me remove this code from node1.js. First, let me go with the constant log, which is pointing to console.log. Moreover, first we will require, or we will import the events module from built-in modules of Node.js through require method, and we will store inside a reference variable called as events. Once we are done, let me print the events module on the console once. Log of events. Head back to command prompt, and we can see different types of functions and properties associated with that module called as events. So these are the not the only properties or functions. We have a lot of functions and properties. Now the requirement is, I have one function called as add, which is taking two parameters. So I'll make use of function expression function. So it is going to log this statement addition function executed. So I'm going to log this whenever I call that function add. So instead of calling that function, we'll make use of events and create our own event and attach event handler for that event and call that event. Let's see how to do this. As I said, we need event emitter object. So let me create event emitter reference, and right side we'll create event emitter object. On events object, we need to call event emitter function. So this is the way to create event emitter object. Once we get event emitter object, we need to call a method called on, and we need to specify the name of our event. So our event name in our example is edition. Whenever I'm going to whenever we raise the event called as addition, I want this add function to be executed. Fine. Now let's emit the event. Event emitter dot emit. And what is the name of the event in our case? Addition. So this is the name of the event. And at the time of calling emit method from event emitter object, we need to pass that particular event name. Save this, and you can see addition function executed. So now let me show you one more scenario. So comment this code. I'll take one more function, listener1. This time I'll use arrow function. So I want to print this statement, listener1 executed. So right hand side is the arrow function. I'll take one more listener. I'll make it as listener2. Now we have two functions, listener1, listener2. So let me create event emitter object first. Let event emitter equal to new events dot event emitter. Fine, that's it. Here make sure capital E. Now we are done with creating event emitter object. Once we are done with event emitter object, we need to call on method by passing our event name. So my event name in this example is connection, and I want to attach this listener one for this event called as connection. Like that, I'm going to attach one more event by attaching listener 2. So here we have common event called as connection. For that we have two listeners attached to that event connection. Now let me call emit method from event emitter. Emit and pass the name of the event. In our case it is connection. Save this, head back to command prompt, and you can see we got two listeners executed. Listener 1 executed, listener 2 executed. Now we will see how to remove the listener from that event. For that, on event emitter we need to call remove listener by passing event name. From connection event I want to remove the listener 1. That's it. So here listener 1 is our user defined listener. Fine. Once we completed removing the listener from that connection event, let me log or let me emit that event once again, and let's check whether really that listener 1 is removed from that event or not. Save this. So we'll also write one user defined message saying listener 1 removed. Save this. Listener argument must be of type 1 second. Might be some spelling mistake. Listener 1. Let me cross check where I'm going wrong. 21. Event emitter dot on connection. Sorry, here we should call the method emit, not on. So emit is not a function, single m. So please take care of spellings. If something goes wrong also, we are going to get this kind of errors. Now we can see. Once that listener 1 is removed, currently we have only listener 2 attached to that event connection. So this is how we can create our own event, raise our own events, and listen and start listening to our events. So this is how we can work with events module. Instead of calling the method called as on and attaching the event connection and by passing listener one, we can also make use of one more method alternative to on, that is add event listener. Second, add listener by passing event name followed by the listener which we want to attach to the event. Save this and we are getting the same output. So first time when I call emit method, we have two listeners executed. After removing the listener 1 from that event called as connection, we have only listener 2 executed. So based on our requirement, we can customize. Taking this code as a reference, we can start developing complex coding also. So based on our requirement in the project, we can start customizing. We can start creating, firing, and we can also start listening to our own events. Taking support of events module. This is a built-in module in Node.js. Node has given this kind of module to start working with our own events. Moreover, we can start working with built-in events. So every object in Node.js will fire an event. So we should know only the event name in order to start working with the built-in events of Node.js. Basically, these events are very important in Node.js applications. And we know one of the future of Node.js is Node follows event-driven programming. So when it comes to event-driven applications, Node.js is very much suitable to handle this kind of requirement. So that's pretty much about events module in Node.js. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next tutorial.